welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we are doing another family home, and it took me quite a while, this build, so it's sped up quite a bit. It's on 6 times speed, so I hope you can still follow it. But this is a really nice house for just a normal Sim family. You know, I don't know how you all play your game, but when you get to the point where you've got your couple and they start having kids and that, this is quite a nice house for them to live in. It's not massive, but it's, well, for a family home it's not massive, but it's quite a big house. So doing the roof, now I struggled with the roof quite a bit. In the end, I've eventually figured out how to do it, but you'll see it's not quite as tall as that room in the middle, but then off camera I figured out how to do it properly. I was just using the wrong kind of roof, but I get it in the end. So you'll see in the screenshots at the end the final finished roof for this section, which, now that I think about it, was relatively straightforward to do. I don't know why I didn't realise when I was doing it that was all that I needed to do. So this part as well, I think this part looked a bit strange. I had to play about a lot with the roofing for this build. Took me quite a while to do, but I think it looks okay in the end. Like when you see the finished roof, I think it looks okay. So this house, I don't have a name for it yet. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but it's very blue. Now blue is my favourite colour, so you'll see quite a lot of blue, I think, in my speed builds. It is a colour that I like, and if I had my own house I would probably decorate it very blue, so you'll probably see that coming through. Quite a bit in this house. So it's got 4 bedrooms. Yeah, 4 bedrooms in this house. I can't remember how many bathrooms. I think it's got like 3, maybe 4. I don't know, maybe 2. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll get to that. But yeah, 4 bedrooms. It fits 6 Sims. 6? Yeah. So I've made it for a mum, a dad, a teenage girl, a girl who's a child, and then 2 toddler boys. Obviously you can change this if you do want to download the house. It's relatively straightforward to change, just change the colours of the bedrooms, I suppose. But yeah, the garden is kind of minimal on this. I wanted the focus to sort of be on the house, and the bedrooms is probably what I put the most effort into for this build. Now it has been a while since I recorded this, so if I don't really know what's coming up next, then I do apologise. It's been a while since I've actually built this. This was one of the first builds I did, I think, and recorded. And I'm just doing the voiceover now, so fingers crossed it goes okay. Yeah, I put most of the effort into the bedrooms, and the teenage girl bedroom I absolutely love. It's a bit darker and it's kind of artsy and it's quite cool. You'll see when we get to it, but she's got like the balcony is hers as well, which is quite nice because she has quite a small room, but she gets a balcony. And the toddler boys are so cute. Their room is adorable, and they've got a playroom downstairs as well, which is quite cool with like a TV in and stuff. But you'll see all that in a minute. So I don't do a lot of suburban family homes, like this sort of thing. I normally build like quite either modern or old-fashioned builds. I wouldn't say like really modern and contemporary, not that sort of thing. I build a lot of restaurants, and I don't really play with large families. I more tend to play with just 1 or 2 Sims. I think that's why I don't do many family builds. But I've been doing quite a few recently for YouTube because, I mean, they're kind of fun, and there's a lot you can do with them. You can make them kind of cool and different and unique, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't tend to do them a lot for my own game. But I did see a build, and I can't remember for the life of me whose build it was. It was either Hatsy or Deli, I think. Or, you know what, it might have been Leander. Anyways, I'm really sorry whoever's build it was. But they did this sort of cool thing with the garden. I'm pretty sure it was Deli. Deli or Hatsy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they did this sort of thing with the garden, and so I decided to borrow it. So yeah, the garden idea is copied. Oh, it was Hatsy. Definitely Hatsy, I think. Yeah, so I just borrowed what she did with the rocks, with the green thing, and I think that's kind of cool. It's quite simple, quite minimal in the end, but it works as a garden. It's not the best garden I've ever made, but I suppose your Sims could go out there and have a barbecue and that, and have some fun with their family. So, it does the job. But all the toddler toys and stuff are indoors. So, that's why I didn't need loads of stuff in the garden. So I wanted to talk in this build about my channel. Obviously, it's quite a new channel, and I don't have that many videos out yet, but, right, I wanted to think about future builds. I don't just want to build willy-nilly whatever I fancy. Well, I mean, I know it's good, but, like, I've come up with 2 ideas for, like, little mini build series kind of things. So I'll let you know. Let me know what you think. Not that anyone will even watch this video. Never mind, comment. But just let me know if you are watching. I was thinking of doing a base game build series. So I build loads of different kinds of houses in the base game only. Because I know that's like one of the most requested things when I watch other YouTubers. People always want a base game build for, people who've only got the base game or just one expansion. So that's what I'm thinking of doing like a modern house, doing a family house, doing like a small little cottage and all this sort of stuff with just the base game. So I've already done my first build. It's a modern family house with like a little like a wraparound porch and stuff. So that's going to be the first one in the series. But yeah, I think I definitely want to do a base game build series. I think that'd be quite cool. And then my other series is, I suppose it's sort of like a fixer-upper series. And, well, not a fixer-upper, right. I was going to call it Make a House a Home. So basically, I would build a house in the state that it would be when your Sims sort of move in. And then you can download them and customize them, personalize them for your own Sims. So there'd be different ones in different states. So one would be like an absolute dump, as if it had been abandoned years ago and no one had been in it since. And then your Sims have sort of bought it on the cheap and they've got loads of money to renovate it. And then another one I was thinking is like a new modern build that's like completely white, like a blank canvas. And like it's a new build and you're the first people ever to move into the house. So your Sims have got quite a lot to work with and they can put whatever they want in and customise it themselves. And then just like, a normal family home and the Sims have just moved out and so it's already got like the kitchen and the bathroom in, but maybe the walls need a new liquor paint, stuff like that. So that's what I was thinking of doing, but of course they're not going to be part of my main builds that I upload just because they're so fast and I can do them in like 20 minutes or something, and it's not like a full proper build video. It's just a quick little sort of half a house half finished house. But yeah, so that, like each house would have a little hidden something, like I don't know, whatever. It's up to you if you keep it or not. So like the first one I've done, they've left like a bed and they've left a few tables, a bookshelf that they couldn't get out, that like they've built themselves and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think that it's kind of different. I've not really seen any other YouTubers do that, so I thought that'd be quite a nice, cool, different thing. And it lets you guys have a go as well. If you want to build, but you're stuck for an idea, this house is like your sort of starting point. And yeah, just delete as much as you want of the house and go for it. But I was thinking of doing like a little competition for each house and seeing which one, like who can make it look the best. Obviously the initial house still has to be, like you still have to be able to tell it's the same house. You can't just delete the whole thing and rebuild the house. But yeah, seeing who can put extensions on or whatever they're getting on the house and make it look really cool and new. See who's good at renovating. So I'm doing a table here, and I really wanted to do something different because just putting a table or a desk in, you do that all the time. So I was trying to do it so it was like it pulled out, if that makes sense, like an L-shaped thing, but not just the same two tables together in an L-shaped thing. So like they had sort of like a shelf thing, and then you could like wheel the table out from under it, and then wheel it back in again when you don't use it. But like the family just constantly keep it wheeled out. I go for some sort of setup in the end. I think this is what we stick with now. Just moving it about a bit. It's different, definitely different. I'll leave it up to you if you like it or not. It looks very homemade. It doesn't really look like it fits, but that's sort of what I wanted, I guess. Like, I mean, it's a family home, so maybe like the dad's trying out mashing tables together and stuff, trying to make something for them. But yeah, it does the job. I think I said that quite a bit. It does the job. So yeah, it's. I was just trying to do something a bit new, a bit more exciting, and not just the same normal thing. So I've put loads of clutter in because if you've got a family of 6, you're going to end up with a lot of stuff just being like left like around the house. I think because like our house, there's a family of 4, but we just had all sorts left around, especially when me and my sister were little. We just leave toys, clothes, books, rubbish, everything all over the place. And my mum, bless her, she tried and pick it all up after us, but when you've got 2 little kids, you can't really keep on top of it. And this household have got 2 toddlers and a child and a teenager, all leaving their stuff lying around all over the place. So yeah, I think a lot of clutter is important. But to be fair, for like a family of 6, I do think they keep the house quite tidy. And although it's not a small house, I think for 6 Sims it is kind of small, so I suppose your family would have to get on quite well to like live here together. There's only 1 high chair in there, but there's 2 toddlers. I suppose you just have to feed one at a time. There are other high chairs around the place. I just mean if you wanted them to eat with the rest of the Sims, or you can just replace one of the other chairs with a high chair. It's easy enough. So the kitchen, you do actually have to walk through the dining room to get to the kitchen, which is something that I do try and avoid, but if I do have to have a room leading on to another one, I'll normally do it this way. I'm not sure why I don't do the kitchen leads to the dining room, but I think like when you have guests and that, and you don't want them going all the way through the kitchen when you're preparing food and stuff, I do walk through the dining room to the kitchen, and it also means that as soon as the food's done, you can just sort of carry it through the archway. You don't need hands to open doors and stuff. Because in my old house, my kitchen was like downstairs. And I mean, like, you'd go in, and then on the floor you went in, you had the dining room, and then you'd go down a flight of stairs to get to the kitchen. Because it was like an old Victorian house, and it was sort of like mismatched, and like the sort of house was, the front half of the house was on one level and then the back half was on another, so it sort of went up sort of half level kind of things. So yeah, that was a bit strange, and it did mean that plates and food and stuff, you'd have to carry them up the stairs and then back down the stairs again when you were done to do the washing and stuff, and it's just a bit of a pain. So I just think having just an archway makes it a lot easier for Sims to carry plates through and dishes through and stuff like that. So that's why I do it that way. Putting in an office, so I thought the mom or the dad or even the teenager could work maybe from home as a writer or video gamer, hacker, whatever. But they have a little office downstairs and people could come and meet with them. I think when I made this house I was actually thinking lawyer, maybe, like a lawyer firm, like their own lawyer firm, law firm, not lawyer firm. Their own law firm, and like clients can come and visit them at the home office and stuff, but it's entirely up to you if you want, like, whatever you want to dream up, whatever job you want to dream up for your Sims. So I have been watching Vampire Diaries because I watched Hatsie's Salvatore boarding house build and I had never seen it before, but when I watched her build it made me want to watch Vampire Diaries, even though she spent the whole time saying how like all the reasons why she no longer watches the show, it still made me want to watch the show just so I'd know what she was on about. So I started watching it and oh my gosh, I am hooked. It's great. I absolutely love it. I'm only on like episode 8 of season 1, but like considering I've only been watching it for 3 days and I've had like 6 uni deadlines, that's quite a lot of episodes to watch. But yeah, I love it. No spoilers. Don't put any spoilers in the comments. I don't want to know who dies, who lives, if anything happens. I just don't want to know. I don't want to know. Please don't spoil it for me or anyone else who watches the show. But yeah, I'm up to episode 8. I love it so far. I'm just so engrossed in the story and all the characters, and I'll stay up till late at night watching it because I have a telly in my bedroom, which is amazing. So it means you can sit in bed and watch Netflix, which is, I mean, that's all I want in life really. So I sit in bed and I watch Vampire Diaries. I don't know like which characters I like and which characters I don't. Like the main guy in it, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but the main guy is a bit creepy, I think, just generally, like the way he acts and stuff, just around people, it's quite creepy. But yeah, I don't want to give anything away for anyone who's not watched it or anything. I don't want to do any spoilers, because that's just not nice. I wouldn't like it if someone spoiled the show for me, so I'll try and not spoil it for you. So yeah, I just think he's a bit creepy, the main guy, that's all I'm going to say. That's it. But, right, the build. Doing the toddler bedroom. When I built this, I wasn't sure if I wanted girls or boys. In the end, I went with boys, but the room really could be for any gender of toddler. Like, obviously it's not really girly, so if you have a really, really girly toddler, you'd probably have to change the room around a bit, change the colour swatches and everything. But I think this room would work well for twins, like a girl and a boy, because I don't think it leans specifically in any one direction. Like, obviously, gender stereotypes and that, you don't conform, but, like, you can have any gender of sim in any kind of bedroom. Like, you could build a typical boy's bedroom and put a girl sim in it, but for whatever reason, I normally try and make the room sort of fit, I wouldn't say the gender, but more like their character. So if I build a girl, but she's a bit of a tomboy, then she'll have like a blue and a green room with like dinosaurs and stuff. So yeah, I think that this room would fit for maybe twin toddlers that were a boy and a girl, because it's not like specifically leaning towards either gender, I don't think. So yeah, it's entirely up to you. It's more of a, like, I wouldn't have two girly girls in here, I don't think. Or what might be cool is if you had twins, but they were like really different personalities, and you gave them like a half of the room each. So one half of the room was very pink and flowery and girly, and then one half of the room was like blue and green with loads of bugs and plants and stuff. That might be kind of cool. So we're doing the little girl's room here now. This is a very pink, very girly bedroom. I quite like doing these. I think they're quite sweet, quite cute. And you put loads of flowers and stuff in for her. I just think that's really pretty. And this is the kind of room that I would have wanted when I was a little girl, I think. I think I was very girly and I like pink and purple and princesses. And I used to share a room with my sister, and thankfully she was also like that. So, like, our room was very pink and purple. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Groovy Chick. I don't even know what it is. Like, it's a cartoon character, but she's not like, I don't think she has a TV show or like a film or anything. I think she's just a cartoon character, and they just made a load of children's furniture, like, with her on. I think that's actually what she is. Like, if you don't know what it is, Google it. But yeah, me and my sister used to have a Groovy Chick themed bedroom. So very pink, very purple, very girly, but it wasn't like, it was for little kids, but to make them think that they were like cool and hip and like the big kids. So yeah, that's what we had when we were little. It was quite cool. And I remember I had a giant Groovy Chick pillow. Like, it was the doll, but she was a pillow and she was massive. And this pillow used to lie all the way in my bed. and I'd be able to like lean and put my head on this massive groovy chip pillow. I'll have to see if I still got that actually, because that was an amazing pillow. It's so comfortable. But yeah, it's just insane. I've just remembered my groovy chick bedroom when I was a kid. So we're doing the teenage room now, and I really like this room. Really love it. This is, I don't know if this is my dream bedroom, but I do really, really like it. Like, my room now doesn't look like this. It is blue, but it's very pale blue and white and cream, and it's still kind of girly. And this is a bit more. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for here. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a bit darker. It's a bit more gothic, but it's quite artsy as well, because she is an artist. And I also sort of had in my head that she likes maybe gaming, and she's got a little computer set up. But yeah, it's not the largest room in the house. I think everyone else has a bigger bedroom, but I think it's my favourite, this bedroom. So it's just so different. I think it's really cool. But yeah, I suppose if you've got a really nice bedroom, it doesn't matter if it's not the biggest room in the whole house. But she also has a little balcony, which is cool. And we get like a bubble blower and possibly a fire pit, I think, out there. And some chairs and stuff. So I thought that maybe when our friends come around and visit, they could, they could sit out of an evening and blow their bubbles or whatever. And actually, in that room, I didn't put a ceiling light in, because I wanted the whole thing to be lit with like lamps and candles, and I think it gives it this really cool sort of dark mood to it, and it sort of looks like the night sky with like stars and lanterns and stuff floating in it, particularly because of the navy wallpaper as well. So that's sort of what I was going for, but yeah, I quite like it without the main big light in the room. I think it just sort of fits the style of the bedroom more. So today I had my final deadline for this year at uni, and it was due in for midday. And yeah, it was my group project. My group have worked really hard on it over the past few weeks. We've all worked hard, I think. I have worked particularly hard. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, so I was in charge of putting it all together at the end and submitting it on time. I can't believe that everyone trusted me with that, but I did it, and we got it submitted by midday. So hopefully we'll get a good mark for that. Now I just feel free. I'm done. I have no more deadlines. All I have left is a presentation next week and 2 exams in June. And that's it. That's all I have left. So I have plenty of time now to make more YouTube videos. But I need to do the voice recordings because, right, the voice recordings aren't my favourite part. But I've been putting it off. So it's got to the point now where I have so many bills recorded that I can't record anymore till I delete some. But I've already deleted all the ones I've already posted, so I'm going to have to do about 8 voice recordings so I can build a little more sim houses. So that's quite funny. But I was trying to do like a pub this morning, like a pub from England. I assume you all know what a pub is. It's like a, I don't know if you will know, actually. I don't think they have a pub in America. Basically, it's got a bar, and you go and you get drinks and you watch sport, and then you can order food, and they call it pub grub. So it's always stuff like bangers and mash, which is bangers and sausages. We call them bangers. I don't know why, but you can get bangers and mash, or it'll be fish chips and peas, or you can get like chicken nuggets and chips, stuff like that. That's the sort of pub grub. It's just the sort of stuff that your mum cooks you at home, but done a little bit nicer. But yeah, I was thinking of doing a pub that says pub grub, and you can go and your Sims can watch sport and stuff. A real British pub. So I was trying to do that, but then of course it wouldn't record because I have so many videos recorded. I know what the problem is. It's because I've got 2 massive videos that are going to have to be done as 2 separate videos. So once I record the voiceover for those 4, there's like a whole 4 extra videos that I can get out of the way, and that'll give me like 16 hours because they both took me like 8 hours to do. That'll clear up 16 hours of recording time. So yeah, that's clearly the issue. So we're doing the top now, right? Now this room, I wasn't sure what to put in because I'd already put in most of the things I wanted. I didn't just want to leave it blank, like completely blank. So I sort of put a bit of stuff in, but didn't fill the room. So it's sort of got bits and pieces in that Sims might need for jobs and stuff. So if your sim needs anything specific for work, that's probably the best place to put it, in the attic there, because that room isn't full completely. And I think we are almost on to the screenshots now. So yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this build. It's not a typical build for me. It's been like my first sort of suburban family home, apart from that like really modern one that I did. It's been the first one that's not been ultra modern. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed this build, and if you want to watch more. Thank you to everyone for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions for any future builds for me, anything you want me to do, any mini-series, let's plays, whatever. Just let me know and I'll see if I can try and do that. Big thank you to everyone for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!